Good evening, my dear friends. We are now on the third Sunday of Advent, also known to be the Gaudete Sunday, which means rejoice. Sunday of rejoicing. We have already lighted the pink or the rose candle that signifies a break from the penance, sacrifice, and serious tone and character of Advent. And it's quite ironic that, yes, we are being encouraged to rejoice, for it is very near the coming of the Messiah. Pero kapansin-pansin na sa panahon ngayon, marami pong mainit ang ulo sa atin. Aminin ninyo. Madalas pong uminit ang ulo natin sa traffic. Madalas uminit ang ulo natin sa siksikan. Kasabay ng pag-init ng ulo, maraming tao ang nagmamadali. It is a time of the year where people are easily gets angry. They are easily get irritated. Perhaps we ask ourselves, why does the church tells us to rejoice? May mga bagay nga na makukulay ang ilaw at mararaming dekorasyon, pero madilim naman kung ating titignan. Madilim, hindi dahil malungkot. Madilim, kasi may mga taong hindi magkakasundo. Madilim, hindi dahil walang ilaw. Madilim, sapagkat wala ang liwanag ng kapayapaan. Siguro po, mga minamahal kong mga parishioners, ito ang una niyong chikin. Kung puro ilaw, dekorasyon ang inyong tahanan, dapat ang loob ng tahanan masaya din. Kasi kung puro ilaw lamang, nananatili ang kadiliman sa loob ng pamilya. It is Christmas out there, but deep inside, it is very far from the true spirit of Christmas. That is why it is also a season of the year where people are afflicted by what we call seasonal attentive disorder or SAD, S-A-D. And based from statistics, it is a time of the year where the rate of suicide increases. Maraming gustong kitilin ng buhay sapagkat marami daw po ang malungkot. What an irony. Natawa nga ako nung isang araw, sabi ng isang youth natin, huwag na nating pangalanan. Father, membro po ako ng samahan ng malamigang Pasko. No wonder the church tells us to rejoice, be joyful. Why? Because there are a lot of good reasons for us to be joyful and happy. Maring oo, may dahilan para maging malungkot, maging stress, pero mas maraming dahilan para magsaya at magdiwang. In the first reading, my dear friends, we have heard the prophet Isaiah prophesied about the coming of the Lord. And this coming will be marked by joy and gladness. That is why sorrow and mourning will be gone. Yun daw po yung unang tanda na dumarating ang Panginoon. Na sa gitna ng kalungkutan, matatagpuan ang kaligayahan. Sa harap ng bawat malungkot na pinagdaraanan, sisilay ang pag-asa at liwanag ng kaligayahan. In the same way, in the gospel, Jesus gives the somehow despairing John the Baptist. Why he is despaired? At that time, he was in prison. That's why Jesus gave him reason for rejoicing that indeed the signs of the coming Messiah are now coming to pass. Anong sabi? The blind regain their sight, the lame can walk, the lepers are cleansed, the deaf can hear, the dead are raised, and the poor have the good news proclaimed to them. Tunay na ang pagsilang sa Mesiyas, ang pagsilang sa mundo ng Mesiyas, ay kakikitaan natin ng tunay na kaligayahan. And that is maybe the reason, my dear friends, on this third Sunday of Advent, joy is an important ingredient for us to remain faithful until the end. Why? Because a service without joy would only make us grumpy. Servants without joy in loving will only make them things routinary. Dahil totoong ang buhay Kristiyano ay masayang tunay. Alam nyo, dito po sa Peña, malamang narinig nyo na po itong paalala kong to. Yung mga sakristan po natin, ngayon meron tayong 4 na sakristan na magsusutana. Ang lagi kong isa sa mga paalala sa kanila, huwag magpapahaba ng buhok pag hindi gwapo. Kaya nagpagupit lahat sila. At ang pangalawang paalala ko po, sa mga lingkod natin sa Peña, bawal ang lagi nakasimangot kung hindi ka gwapo. Bawal ang sumimangot kung hindi ka maganda. Utang na loob mo yan sa iyong sarili. But beyond that, I always tell them, there is joy in serving the Lord. Kaya mga parishioners, papaalalahanan nyo kami. I'll give you the right and the freedom. Kapag nakakita po kayo ng lay minister na nakasimangot, sabihin nyo, uy, sabi ni Father, there is joy in serving the Lord. Kapag nakita nyo po yung aming mga kolektora, abay, huwag yung deadmahin. No? Minsan yung mga kolektora namin, nakikita ko talagang ginaganon yung buslo. Pag di nagbigay yung tao, talagang igaganon talaga nila. Sabi ko, wag naman. Totoo po, totoo. Yung mga tao po gaganyan. Kunyari, walang nakita. Because there is joy in serving the Lord. Ang buhay ng Kristiyano ay masayang tunay. Not because we are happy-go-lucky, but there is joy in serving the Lord because it is Christ whom we serve. It is Jesus whom we worship. That is why joy in this particular season is very important for us to remain faithful. Alam po ninyo, natutuwa ako, pangatlong taon ko po sa dito sa ating parokya, nakadalawa na po akong pumasok ng seminaryo. From these young boys who are our altar servers, 2 of them have decided to enter the seminary. And hopefully another one is going to take exam this coming January. At alam nyo, inisip ko po talaga, what made this boy decide to enter the seminary? And you know what? I asked one of them. Sabi ko, ba't ka ba pumasok ng seminaryo? Bukod sa gusto mo maging pare. Alam niyo po, sabi ng isang seminarista, ng bata, kasi po parang masayang maging pari. Sabi ko, paano mo nasabi? Lagi po kayong masaya. Masayang maging pari. Kaya siguro po naniniwala ako, the best vocation promotion are not only tarpaulins and posters. The best vocation promotion is the witness of the priest himself. Kung sakaling lagi ako nakasimangot, kung sakaling hindi masaya ang buhay ko bilang pari, meron bang kabataan magsasabing gusto ko maging kagaya niya? Kung yung pari lagi nakasimaktong, kung yung pari lagi nakabusangot, kung yung pari nakikitaan ng walang kaligayahan sa kanyang paglilingkod. People don't like to enter the seminary not because they don't want to become priests, but rather, young people do not like to enter seminary because they have seen their priests to be overwhelmed with work. That's why they were crabby, worried, always complaining, always rushing. Kaya salamat na lamang doon sa seminarista pumasok ng seminaryo na unawaan niyang masarap magpari. Masayang magpari. The word joy was mentioned 6 times in all our readings. And if you would notice, saying to rejoice is somehow a command given to us. Malamang iniisip ninyo, natuturuan ba ang pusong maging masaya? Pwede bang iutos na maging maligaya? Yes. You may be right. We cannot command someone to feel or how they would feel. But the scriptures tells us this evening that to be joyful is not only about feeling. It is also a decision we must take upon ourselves. Because to be joyful is actually a choice we have to make. Yun daw pong kaligayahan, hindi lamang nakabatay sa nararamdaman. Kundi yung kaligayahan, isang bagay na dapat nating piliin. Isang desisyon na dapat nating gustuhin. Because joy do not simply happen to us. Why? Because joy is a fruit of a decision to choose no matter what. Kaya siguro po, mga minamahal kong mga parishioners, isang bagay po na pwede niyong baunin, simula bukas, pagkagising sa umaga, huwag lamang imulat ang mata. Paggising sa umaga, piliin, magiging masaya ko buong maghapon. Pipiliin kong maging maligaya. Ang buhay ng Kristiyano ay masayang tunay. Kaya alam niyo, minsan nakakalungkot. Pag tinanong niyo po yung mga kabataan ngayon, o kahit pa po yung mga matatanda, bakit ka malungkot? Minsan ang sagot, wala akong cellphone. Minsan may bata akong naringgan. Tinanong yung nanay niya, Ma, anong ulam? Nandiyan sa mesa, sabi nung nanay. Binuksan yung takip ng ulam, nakita niya isda. Sabi nung bata, ay, wala tayong ulam. Eh, ano yung isda? That's why, my dear friends, this evening, as we get near Christmas, there is a reason to rejoice. And that rejoicing is not only about feelings. To be joyful is a decision we have to make. Once I saw a post in Facebook, a Jewish proverb that says, I was crying for I have no shoes until I met a man who had no feet. Yung iba malungkot kasi walang sapatos. Yung iba malungkot kasi walang cellphone. Hanggang sa kanyang nakita ang isang tao na walang paa sa lansangan. Therefore, my dear friends, the real source of our joy and rejoicing is not on material things, but in our own blessedness. Kapag nabuksan ang iyong mga mata at nakita mo kung gaano ka pinagpala ng Panginoon, ito na ang simula ng tunay na ligaya. To be joyful, my dear friends, is always a choice. It is our decision to choose happiness over sorrow, to choose blessedness over burden. Kaya sa pagpapatuloy po ng ating paghahanda, ngayong panahon ng Adbyento, pinapaalala sa atin, marami man tayong malungkot na pinagdaraanan, laging maghanap ng dahilan upang magsaya at tunay na maging maligaya. Yung wala kang sakit, dahilan yan para magsaya ka. Yung buhay pa yung pareho mong magulang, dahilan yan para maging maligaya. Yung hindi masyadong maraming pera, pero kompleto kayo sa pamilya, dahilan para tunay na magsaya. As we continue our celebration, let us heed the invitation of St. Paul, rejoice always in the Lord. I say it again, rejoice. Amen.